Go select.
Hey, what's up everyone? I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday today. My name is Andy, aka TopRamen, back again with another brand new Clash Royale video. Today I want to really cover what's coming up in the Clash world. There's gonna be a new card finally released by Supercell. Like finally! Like they talked about it before for like a month and a half. And now this weekend is going to come out. And it's going to come out early to people that actually win it from the challenge they have, which is called the Hero Draft Challenge, which is a draft style challenge where you pick your own and build your own deck as you go. You'll be able to unlock this hero card early. You're going to get 10 hero cards if you reach 6 wins in this challenge. And then the big prize is you get 100 hero cards if you reach 12 wins in this challenge. That will bring your heal to tournament standard at level 7 for a rare card. Of course, you're gonna get some cool prizes as well as gold, giant chest, and of course the prize itself, 11,000 gold and 550 cards. Now, so I do want to cover some tips to give you guys so that it will better get you guys to that 12 wins, so that you guys can get a level 7 heal card. And so I marked down some notes that I like to think of while I'm drafting to make you a better drafter. Because honestly, what's the difference between a draft challenge and a regular challenge? You actually get to see 4 cards that you're giving your opponent, so you already know half their deck and what the card, and that's the advantage that you should have. In a regular challenge, you actually have to wait and see what the cards they have, and you have to pay attention and remember the cycle. Well, this challenge, you're already given 4 cards that they have in their hand, so definitely that's going to be very helpful. So now, what you want to do is to make your picks very valuable, and that way, knowing the 4 cards you gave them, hopefully will give you the advantage. Because honestly, you can be a great player, you can be an average player, or a beginner. But if you have a better deck with better cards, you're gonna lose. You're gonna win easier than having the worst deck. So building the better deck is actually the strategy in this draft challenge and how to succeed. Alright, so I marked down some bullet points to talk about. First round. So your first card is going to be your base card. It's going to be your root card. So you want to make sure that card is going to be very valuable. So first thing to think of, very important, is to pick a well-rounded card for your first round pick. So what I'm saying about well-rounded is, it's going to work well in more situations than the other card would. Okay. Now, if both cards are both well-rounded and they're tied in your opinion, then your next choice would be pick the lower elixir costs, because you want to have a faster, cheaper deck and average cost than the larger average cost deck, because then you'll be stuck playing a golem and nothing to defend. They counter it perfectly, and now they counter push. You also are able to cycle better to get your win condition more often than the opponent. So that's going to be your first round pick. And then once you pick that, then between your second round pick to your 4th round pick, you're going to really keep these in mind. You want to make sure you have a direct damage card. You want to make sure you have a win condition. So like a direct damage, it would be a spell like a fireball, rocket, poison, those things like that, because you want to be able to take away a tower if they turtle up and they have really great defense against your units. At least you can chip them away. And then what did I mention before? Direct damage, right? And a win condition. Of course, a win condition, there's so many out there, but without one, it's not as important. You can still outlast the opponent. So definitely win condition is second on that, but definitely have a win condition like a hog, golem, e-barbs. Those are win conditions. Now, all right. Now, another thing to keep in mind is don't ever give your opponents counter cards to your win condition or to any of your cards. So, and vice versa. You don't want to give opponents cards that counter your card or your win condition especially. So definitely keep that in mind. So for example, if you already drafted a golem and then you come upon a furnace and an infernal tower, you don't want to give them an infernal tower, so you take the infernal tower away from them. Or another example is you already drafted minion horde and then you came with a choice of arrows and zap. You definitely want to pick the arrows, because that's able to wipe your minion horde completely, whereas zap does not. So that's very important as well. And then another tip I want to give you guys is synergy. And synergy is basically how cards work well together if they are paired up together. So you want to pay attention to synergy that you're building for your deck to make sure that they work well, like Executioner and Tornado, Graveyard Poison, or fast cycle decks. So those are synergy, or like Princess and Goblin Barrel, they both bait the logs. And you also want to pay attention the opposite way, is don't provide your opponent with combos and synergies as well. Okay, so with those tips, I believe that should help you get to 12 wins. I'm actually going to keep in mind that too. I'm also practicing it, so I always have the bullet pointed on my screen right here. Now I want to also bring up to you guys that the Heal Challenge is going to come up this weekend. I believe it's going to be midnight, Saturday morning or Friday at night. So I'll try to live stream on Saturday night Pacific time around 9:30 hopefully, and then I'm gonna see if I can get to 12 in front of you guys. I'm also gonna do it on YouTube and bring you guys a live chat. So the chat you're gonna be able to see as transparent on my YouTube video. So while I'm streaming, so you're gonna be on YouTube too. So check me out then. I'm also gonna put some updates on Facebook so you guys know when to catch me. Alright, so let's jump into 2 matches. I did get 3 out of 1 loss, 3 wins in this Prince Challenge deck, and I just want to share with you why I lost and apply my tips to that. Okay, so back again. Let me see here my loss in the Prince Challenge. Watch, and I'm gonna explain why. So right here, pause. I have Battering Ram and E-Barbs. Which one would you choose? So I made a mistake of choosing the Battering Ram because why? It's not well-rounded. E-Barbs can be great for defense and then for offense, whereas the Battering Ram goes straight for the tower, not good for defense at all, not well-rounded. I picked it because in my head I thought it was lower elixir cost. So mistake right there. Second one, again, which one would you pick? Alright, the Witch, right? Well-rounded. I picked the Giant, not applying these kind of tips. And the Giant only goes straight for the tower, it acts as a tank. That's 5 elixir and doesn't do anything in defense, whereas the Witch can attack ground and air and form a counter push and has skeletons. Alright, right here, which would you pick? So they're both well rounded. So then you would think, oh, I will pick the lower elixir cost, right? Yes. I did not. I picked the Fireball. I picked the Fireball because I thought, oh, maybe I could kill the Witch off, but no, the Zap should be good. Right here, lower elixir cost, one's defense only, the other ones can be defense offense. I picked the Bomb Tower because I was worried about the Witch and the E-Barb, where I should pick the Log. Log can clear out the Dark Goblin he has that I didn't know about. Log can clear the Witch's skeleton and the Goblin Gang and the E-Barbs. So definitely a bad draft there, and that's why I lost that, and also because of my poor play in this video, which I'm not gonna share because honestly you guys want to see me lose or not. And so I think if I had a better deck I'll probably beat this one, so let's just exit out of it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just show one that I won with, which is the next one right here. Right here, they're both kind of well-rounded, but I feel like the Ice Spirit lets me cycle and that stops the air, so Goblins only takes the ground. And right here, they're both well-rounded too, but this time I decided to pick the Log, lower elixir cost. Alright, which one? What do I do here? Well-rounded. Princess for offense and defense. Bomb Tower only for defense. And right here, I picked the Rage because right there, if I gave them Royal Giant, I don't have a counter, right? I mean, yeah. If I gave them Rage and a Royal Giant, they have a Bomb Tower to counter it. So instead, I actually picked the Rage because I could Rage my Prince, I could Rage my other unit, and they had a Royal Giant which I can deal with my Prince that I knew I had in my hand. So starting off the match, I played my Musketeer in the back. He plays Ice Wiz, so he one elixir ahead. He's gonna play a card before I need to play a card without leaking. He splits his E-Barbs. Right here I decided to just Rage my Prince. That's gonna take out that one E-Barb by itself right away. I have my Valkyrie available already to drop it on the left, and I'm able to defend pretty well. And then right here on the right, it kind of balances out. I logged all his goblins and also took down his Giant down to like 2-3 hits for the tower. So it's kind of like a nice even trade-off. Start over again. I do have a Musketeer. We're both, I think I'm one behind. Yeah, I think I'm one behind Alex. We're both even. And oh yeah, we're both even. I can see it right there. So I decided to play my Witch in the back now instead of the Musketeer, because earlier I played the Musketeer, made no difference. He played the Royal Giant in the back. Now I know I spent 5, he spent 6. I'm at least ahead 1 elixir. So I cycled, I got to my Prince, I have my Ice Witch going, and then I rage Prince and the Witch. Great synergy there because the Witch will produce skeletons a lot faster, and the Prince gets some massive damage on, and then I cycled enough time to get to my Barbarians, which he gave me, so he didn't know I was going to give him the Royal Giant though. And I'm able to take out the Royal Giant, log everything else, and clear the path. And I'm way ahead already. The tower's down to 219. Bomb tower's only for defense. Yes, it's a great card for defense, but doesn't do anything in offense. So that's why you want to think of well-balanced card, and that should make your deck building skills a little bit better. And I'm very excited about the heal spells. Talking about the heal spells, there's gonna be so many combos I can think of, especially like with 3 Musk, healing them back up once they fireball them, but not so much as the balloon. Balloon, you know, survives a rocket and you can heal it back up. I don't really like healing 3 Musk because they could fireball zap right away once you heal, and should be able to save their Musk. All right, did you guys see that? He lightning my Prince, but because of the rage spell, he still was fast enough to charge before he died and killed off that tower. And right here I have Barbarians, Valkyrie, Ice Spirit, perfect defensive cards, and I also form offense too, so that's very important. Drop my Prince on the pocket to tank for my hurt Valkyrie and Barbarians, save them. And because of that, he had to play his Giant, which just goes straight for a tower, doesn't do anything. That's why it's not a well-balanced card unless you combo with it. So things to think about, very important. He also has the Royal Giant, not well balanced, just goes straight for a tower. He's just a meat shield and that's it. So that's why I also gave him that card too. Yeah, so, and just like that, I was able to take this win pretty easily. He wasn't able to get to my tower. So apply these tips. I'm gonna say that's it for this episode because, you know, I'm still practicing it myself. I wish we had more draft challenges so that way I can show you guys live. But good luck to you guys this weekend, and catch me on YouTube live stream this weekend. I'm definitely gonna update it on my Facebook page, TopRamen YT, and then so see you then. This is TopRamen signing out. Peace.